So, I linked this to Barbarossa and Chapin's Inferno to talk about it, and they will talk about the misandry side of this. But what I want to talk about is the moderator side of this, of how this is why authority is bad, and why all class hierarchy and class struggle needs to be dealt with. The posts on this article are just disgusting. People's ignorance is just boundless. It is amazing to me that they can sit there and call this man, a coward and a piece of shit. He's tried to kill himself several times. He's not eating. He's not, he's just a blubbering mess. I think he's suffered enough. But that's the society we live in. That we are not only supposed to be gods and be these fantastic creatures that do everything, but that we are also supposed to be servants. That we're supposed to be servile while we do everything. So like when people tell me that, if I get banned to make my own forum, poof, I can do that. I'm God. I can just, will it into existence like I Dream of Genie or some shit. And at the same time, I'm supposed to adhere to their terms of service and community guidelines when I can just, twitch my nose and suddenly make a new website. Why? If I had that kind of power, why the fuck would I listen to you? I would kill your ass. And it just amazes me. So, they talk a big game about how they're such badasses and how they would, have kicked the guy's ass and honored their woman and No, you wouldn't have. You would have just sit there and took it like a bitch, just like they did. And he probably wouldn't have even had to have a weapon to do it, because you are a fat, docile little freak. You live in a country that gives you freedoms based on the law, and you don't take advantage of them. You allow some 16-year-old punk behind a monitor tell you what to do. You're not organizing to deal with that. When someone fucking censors you, you take it up the ass like the little bitch that you are, and then you expect me to do it too. So don't tell me what you would do in that situation. But more importantly, more than what you would or wouldn't do in that situation is the fact that, A, he was not alone. This guy was armed. He had a metal rod, which isn't really much of a fantastic weapon, but having something versus not having something already puts him at a disadvantage. Okay, so this guy has a metal rod. 2, he was not alone. There was two other people with him. So he would have just gotten ripped to shreds. Would it have been any better for him to attack the perpetrators and then get completely throttled, possibly having to be hospitalized and permanently brain damaged and shit, and then what would he do? How would he support his family and shit? Think about that. So, going in there attacking 3 people, probably not a good idea. And then, to top it all off, these guys were part of some public force. I don't know how the Chinese government works, but apparently they're on good terms with the police, and this comes back to moderators. You don't want to fuck with people that have more authority and more stature than you do. So, not only was there the physical aspect of 3 against 1, and at least one of them had a weapon, but upon that, the fact that they have higher social standing and would use that against him. So not only would he get beaten, possibly killed, but then his whole family would be, disgraced and made out into these anti-police criminal thugs because they would twist it around to suit them. That's why we need to come down against class hierarchy. That's why we need to come down against moderators, whether they have a badge or don't, because it doesn't matter to them. They think they have the right to treat you this way, and they don't. So, that's what I'm trying to get across here. And I know a lot of it has to do with misandry. I know a lot of it has to do with this idea that men have to hold up to some kind of high standard to protect women, but at the same time let women blossom and spread their wings and be independent, So it's an impossible road, but it is an impossible road we would have to deal with anyway. Even if misandry didn't exist, people would still act that way. It just probably wouldn't be as bad, because things are always going to be that way so long as there is class warfare, so long as there is capitalism, and so long as there is this notion that, you can have rank and file, and that somehow someone has authority over you and can dictate you because they own something or because they were bestowed upon with that honor or something of the sort. And that is why I am a communist. That is why communism is the only ideology that makes any sense. No other ideology will do, because all other ideologies lead to things like this. So that's my video. I ran out of tobacco, so I can't smoke in this video, but I needed to get that out there because this is a very disturbing article, and hopefully YouTube won't fucking delete it. So, see ya.